one of the most phenomenal voices I've heard.
It's a very fresh sound. It's not something we've heard at all.
Humongous talent, unbelievable music.
The music, the guitar, the voice, I mean, it was so brilliant and so soothing.
Very earthy. The music is new and energetic. It's something that attracts you instantly.
I'm not saying this as some kind of a sales pitch, but I truly believe as a filmmaker and having been associated with music over the past few years that he truly is a catch and a find.
I'm Vijay, the guitarist for the Raghu Dixit project. Hi, I'm Karthikaya from the Raghu Dixit project. I play the violin.
My name is Willie and I'm the drummer for the Raghu Dixit project.
Hi, I'm Gaurav Vaz. I play the bass guitar with the Raghu Dixit project. I manage the band as well. In musical terms, Raghu was a late bloomer, I'd say. He started when he was 19, which is when most of these current musicians are pop stars already. But I think that defines the music that he's making from there on.
Music happened to me very late in my life. To start off with, as an 8-year-old kid, I was pushed into learning classical dance, which I learned for almost 17 years. And there was absolutely no direction as far as music is concerned at home. Though my mom used to learn a lot of Carnatic classical music, and I used to listen to a lot of Carnatic classical music at home. And then when I was about 19 and in college, a classmate of mine made fun of me for pursuing Bharatanatyam, which he thought was pursued mainly by women, and he thought it was very effeminate for me to pursue dance. Kind of took it as a challenge that I should learn the guitar and play a song back to him. But in those 2 months, I realized what a joy it is to play the guitar and sing. And that's how my journey with music started.
धड़कन ये मेरे दिल की पूछे रे तेरे दिल से कि सचमुच क्या है तू दुनिया में।
Like most Indian boys who grew up wanting to do music but then have to do their jobs, Raghu had to leave it all, and fate took him to Belgium, where he was still doing his music, and that's where his landlord and a radio station discovered that he could make such wonderful music.
The landlord where I used to stay as a paying guest thought I had talent and took me to a radio station where I happened to play for 15 minutes, and a lot of people kind of responded back saying what they heard was very nice and that I should be back on the radio show soon. So that got me thinking if I could turn on an audience which does not understand my language at all, what it could be if I go back to India and do the same. After I came back from Belgium to India, the most romantic thought was that to land in Bombay, sing in front of a few people and they will clap and get me a recording deal immediately. And I was supremely confident I was good enough. And then I realized it was so tough. Forget singing in front of them. It was even difficult to meet any record label. So I had to come back to Bangalore, and then in 2 months I realized I don't have any more savings left and I have to look for a job and support myself. I started working 9 to 5 sharp at this software company, and in the evenings I would run back to my guitar.
That was when the radio industry really was booming in Bangalore, at least. Bangalore saw its first radio station, and Raghu started making jingles for radio, for ads, and that really fueled what would eventually become his dream.
First ever jingle I composed was for Spice Telecom, and it was kind of a mix of Kannada lingo, street lingo and English. And there was this famous line called "Never miss an opportunity." So this jingle became such a massive hit that people used to call up on the radio station on the request show and request for this jingle to be played. I will try and sing. This was composed about 12 years back, so I really don't remember the words exactly. But here it goes. This was Spice Telecom's "Never miss an opportunity." Life in a opportunity, tumbare rak siktadappa. But when you get one in your hands, adan miss madbardappa. Oh, you get a spice tension. Don't worry, Markuli. You will have the world in your hands. Simply talk, Madi. Never miss an opportunity. Spice, spice, spice. Never miss an opportunity. It's ridiculous now, but then it was a massive hit. It was only in 2006, I think, I got this opportunity to play in a bar called Zenzi in Bandra. And it was a solo gig, just me, my guitar and my gungrus on my feet. And I played for about an hour and a half for a very, very sparse crowd initially, which was about 8 to 9 people, which slowly became 200 people at the end of it, and there was no space to even stand. And after the gig, there were these 2 guys who came up and walked up to me and said, "Nice gig, dude, nice songs." And to my surprise, it was Vishal Dadlani from Vishal and Shekhar group and Pentagram, of course. And he said, "What are you doing? Are these songs yours?" And then I gave my sob story as to how many songs I have and how many demos I've created and how many record labels have rejected me very promptly for the past 8-9 years. And that's when Vishal looked at Shekhar and invited me to their studio the next day morning to talk.
Raghu actually came to us to sing for films because he's got this really beautiful voice. And the moment we heard his song, Shekhar and I felt that, we should put out his album ourselves. So we started our record label just specifically to put out Raghu's music because we felt that his music would elevate the state of non-film music in India at this point.
After a long, long time, we're hearing something which is really soulful, something really pure, something original. The way he's actually put this whole Raghu Dixit project, the album together, was unbelievable. We were just playing it for all our celebrity friends who came to the studio.
I was with Vishal and Shekhar in the studio. We were recording some songs, and Vishal just told me that there's this really great musician from the south, and he says, "I'll give you the CD and you must hear it." And I heard the CD and I just freaked out. I mean, just the blend of so much in it. Just the music, the guitar, the voice. I mean, it was so brilliant and so soothing.
After hearing the album, all of us were pleasantly surprised, and we really loved his voice texture, and whatever he has sung, it is straight out of the, it's straight from his heart.
The sound of Raghu's voice itself is extremely energetic, and it's great to hear first thing in the morning.
I think there's a lot of soul in his melody, there's a lot of soul in his voice.
I think he's got so much of variation in his voice. I mean, there's some songs you really want to dance, there's some songs you just want to hear him. There's some songs with so much of emotion he sings. I mean, so I think he's a great talent, it's very difficult to get such kind of variation.
And I was like more than happy because for the first time somebody approached my music without any business bent of mind and truly for the love of the music that they heard from me. And I didn't even ask for a contract or anything. We just agreed to release this album, and they released this album in India. Instantly reached to a lot of crowd in India, and the phenomenon called the Raghu Dixit project was born.
His name is synonymous with his kind of music, and we wanted that identification for it. As it stands, that album has gone global. There are some of the most beautiful songs I've ever heard on that album. Whether it's Ambar, which is my personal favorite, or No Man Will Ever Love You, like I do, or Gudguriya, which is a Kannada song, but so beautiful that it touches people across the world. And just every single song on that album is spectacular, truly spectacular.
Really, it was a culmination of work that had gone in for 12 years. Raghu had jammed with various people, and if you look at the credits on that album, you see everyone who's played in South India has been part of it. And that album really became successful and led to the band spreading all over India.
छोटी सी है जिंदगी उससे छोटा एक सपना एक बार इस धरती पे देख लूं खुदा अपना हे भगवान मुझको तू जिंदगी दोबारा दे हे भगवान मुझको तू जिंदगी दोबारा दे.
When he played us his album, the first song on the album was Hey Bhagwan, I clearly remember, which we heard and we were like, that's the song, that's the video song.
रात के अंधेरे में रात के अंधेरे में मुझे जो उजाला दे रात के अंधेरे में मुझे जो उजाला दे जब थक जाऊं तो अपनी गोद का सहारा दे हे भगवान मुझको तू जिंदगी दोबारा दे हे भगवान मुझको तू.
He thought Hey Bhagwan was probably the truest representation of my sound and brought in all the elements that my music was, representing. The idea was that I keep giving a part of my belongings to each of the people I keep meeting in Mumbai city and giving them that second chance or second hope of life and help them in their journey. And finally I give up my music, like my instrument, to the kids who are dancing around me.
आज भी तू देखता होगा कहीं दूर सा तुआ आसमां ओ कैसे खोया जा रहा है अपने आप में इंसान हे भगवान मुझको तू जिंदगी दोबारा दे हे भगवान मुझको तू जिंदगी दोबारा दे
shot the Hey Bhagwan video, it was really our first time doing a music video. So we went into this huge studios of the Ashraf Studios, and the first time a band of 5 men are standing there with makeup ready to do a mock singing of our video. It was just too funny for us at that point. But then we put that video out, it played all over MTV, Channel V, and also on the internet. It was the first video that the band put out that got over 100,000 views, which is just incredible to see that one song, even today when we go and play that live, we get requested for encores after encores for that song. It's just brilliant, that song.
Right from the day the Raghu Dixit project was formed and we started performing, I had this faint confidence in me and also a burning desire to cross the Indian border and perform in festivals abroad.
Everywhere we go, it's our dream to make people speak our language, understand our music, and identify with us. And Raghu does a great job of that. He goes on stage, and I've seen cases where he's talking to Britishers, and in a festival in the countryside in the UK, where we were teaching a group of about 600 people how to sing in Kannada.
Yeah, Lokada Kalaji means the world's worry is on your head. Lokada Kalaji Maruti Nanti Ningyar Byarantara Manapachinti.
And to think that many people today in Karnataka, in Bangalore, don't know how to speak Kannada, it was quite an achievement to finally get them to sing a line back to us.
Pune, are you ready for the dance move? Let's go! Let's see your hands up! Everybody, and I mean everybody, hands up! Let's
It all started with a very, very small tour trip in 2009, I think. We made this small trip to play at only one particular festival called Love Box. And when we went on stage, it was at around 2 o'clock and there was just one lady and 2 kids in the audience. But then we had to do what we had to do. Then halfway through the song, we saw lots and lots of people running from the main stage towards the stage where we were performing. And at the end of the show, we had about 3,500 people who were all jumping and dancing to our songs. So that kind of firmly, gave me my confidence. So I guess in another couple of years, we should be firmly established as an international touring band from India. Basic idea was to represent our music, what we play, through what we wear on stage also. We came up with this idea to wear lungis on stage because first thing is that I'm from South India. I've grown up wearing a lungi at home. It's just that our music is very colorful, vibrant and happy. I just made that white lungi into a colorful lungi.
Raghu started off by making his own lyrics, writing some of his own lyrics. He's even written songs in English and Hindi, which many people don't know about. But of late, we've started taking lyrics that are inspired or taken from ancient poetry in India, which is so beautiful, and then putting that to our own contemporary style of music.
जब आओगे तुम तब गाएंगे हम सरगम ये सचे तेरे संग संग इस ख्वाब को सच करके ही जाना रे जब आओगे तुम तब गाएंगे हम सरगम ये सचे तेरे संग संग.
A lot of our music is based on ancient poetry, and it's a matter of pride that we are able to do this, because I think this is huge and amazing treasure of Indian poetry, the ancient poetry especially, that is lying there completely unnoticed and ignored by the younger generations following me. So for me to be able to compose music to such poetry and put it in a format and style of music that the younger generation can actually enjoy and imbibe, and therefore get the bigger message behind these amazing songs, I think it's a greater mission for us than just going on stage and having a good time and having a big party. While having a big party, if I can make sure that I can make the younger generation appreciate of the legacy that we have and we own, I think my journey as a musician will be very, very satisfactory and fulfilled.
मदहोश है मेरा चैन।
It is quite ironic that in 2011, after about 15 years of doing music, Raghu won the Best Newcomer Award awarded by Songlines magazine.
Winning the Songlines Award as the best newcomer artist in the world music scene was an incredible feeling for me. First thing is that's an amazing recognition to be considered as a world-class act from India. I hope this award makes the entire world music community to kind of focus its attention on Indian independent music scene.
थम जाएगा ये समा चला है तिरंगा छूने आसमां चला है तिरंगा।
Among the various things that I want to do in the next near future one is of course the second album is getting recorded by the band during the summer tour in the UK. Then we have plans to tour with it all around the country and of course rest of the world. But at home I am debuting into Bollywood for the first time. There was this call from Y Films that came saying, would you be interested to do music for a film called Mujhse Friendship Karoge? So when they came up with this script where they needed music, I thought I should definitely try it out. And Mujhse Friendship Karoge through Y Films, which is a branch of Yash Raj Films, my debut in Bollywood.
In my opinion, Raghu, I think, is the finest musician India has produced in recent times, and his best is yet to come.